No?
It's just us two. No.
Testing.
We're talking about babies. In April, I started to feel just a little bit weird. Something was off with my body. And I remember telling Sam, something feels weird. And he would just say, you're probably just late. And, just chalked it up to no big deal. And I was like, okay, yeah, maybe he's right, But I knew deep down, I've never felt this level of exhaustion before,
I was doing a puzzle. Amber had been saying she felt kind of different. And I was like, I don't know. So we got a couple pregnancy tests, and then she did the first one, and it came out positive. We were both shocked because we had been trying, and it just wasn't really happening. And she did another one, and we were like, okay.
When I took the test, I just remember, seeing those 2 lines and thinking, there's no way. Maybe it's a false positive, It was just a cheap little pregnancy test. I was like, there's no way. I took another one the next day, and it was positive again. Sam said, hey, let's just, before we get our hopes up, let's make an appointment at the clinic so we can know for sure. And so we did, and then they confirmed, yep, you're pregnant. And I don't think it really hit me until later that I was pregnant. I was kind of just like, okay, this is happening.
I believe my reaction was, that's crazy. And then I went back to doing my puzzle. I didn't really know what to think because I was already in puzzle mode. So I just went back to doing it.
Was it safe to say you were puzzled?
I was puzzled. And it wasn't too long after that we called her or FaceTimed her parents, my parents, and they couldn't believe it either because it's something they've always wanted.
We FaceTimed both parents, kind of like, hey, are you guys together? And they're like, yeah, we're shopping at Costco. I said, okay, well, we got something to tell you guys. We held up the pregnancy test and said, we're pregnant. My mother-in-law was like, what? Because she's shopping at Costco, and she's like, are you serious? And we're like, yeah. She's like, you're joking. We were like, no, yeah. And then she told her husband, and with my parents, we did the same thing. We FaceTimed them, but they kind of already knew, because I had told my mom, I want you and Dad to be together because we have something to tell you guys. And they were like, okay. And they were really excited. They were just like, that's great, Felt the love definitely from both sides. Ugh. It was rough, definitely. I had all these hormones surging through me, and I was just really depressed. I didn't know that you could get this thing called prenatal depression. It's kind of like postpartum depression, except while you're pregnant. It was like I was in this black hole. I just had so many emotions. Can we do this? Are we financially ready? What if something goes wrong? And then also those feelings mixed in with how sick I was feeling at the time. I was constantly throwing up. I couldn't keep anything down. Food just didn't taste the same. But the original doctor I had just basically said, well, I can give you some, depression medicine that's safe to take during pregnancy for that. I said, no, that's okay. I'll just deal with it. And, the way that I dealt with that, really being open and honest with my husband and letting him know how I feel, and also having a good set of friends to talk with it about. I talked to my 2 good friends, Autumn and Angela, and I was just so open and honest about just how I was feeling, and they were just so great and comforting. And I definitely want to say another huge factor was just praying about it. I would tell Sam to pray for me. I would pray and just give it to God and just hope that how I'm feeling is something that's going to be temporary.
Well, the first trimester was super easy on me. It was pretty tough on Amber. Got a bunch of morning sickness. Just couldn't keep anything down. She was just kind of out for the count for a little bit.
It's really good. It's going good so far. A lot better than the first one. Eating more comfortably. I'm just...
She's perked up a lot. Starting to kind of get the hang of what you can and can't eat. It's been a lot better. We actually found out that you're going to be a girl, and we could not be happier.
What I love about being pregnant is that everyone kind of dotes on you. Everyone is just like, what can I do for you? Oh, sit down. Let me carry this for you. Everyone's trying to feed you. Yeah, that's another thing. The weird symptoms, your back hurts, you know. I got really bad acne. I got pregnant and all of a sudden all these hormones came flushing in and can't use certain products when you're pregnant. I know because I tried, my face was on fire. So, you know, using Proactiv is not good. I would just say just the little things, just little side effects, you know, that affect people differently. Some people get headaches. I got acne. That's why I'm wearing a bunch of makeup today. Shout out to my really good friend Emily. She did my makeup. I mean, they've always been at stage 5 clinginess. You know, they're so clingy. They both want to be on me, and sometimes I'm just like, you know, you can't do that. They're so heavy.
They've been more territorial. They've been pretty good. I thought it was going to be a lot worse, but they've actually been pretty decent.
Who's the bratty one, Bubba or Marley?
Bubba.
Mr. Bubba, Mr. Man.
Mr. Man.
It sucks.
It sucks.
You can't hug people. You can't have friends over. You gotta wear masks everywhere. Baby showers are canceled. Ever since I became pregnant, Sam has not gone to one doctor visit with me. Not because he doesn't want to, but simply because they're only accepting the patient. Family's not allowed to visit during your stay at the hospital. It's your spouse only or your partner.
It's just having to be extra cautious, you know, when leaving the house, going to the grocery store, me going to work. I'm not allowed to go to any doctor visits, so that's kind of a bummer. It definitely robbed me of that experience. I mean, I'll be able to be there when you're born, so.
Yeah, that's really cool.